Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Young Bucks podcast. It is your favorite guest host, Belle. I'm back again, and I'm here with Henry, my fiance.
What up?
One of the Young Bucks themselves. Unfortunately, we don't have Chris here with us, but we do have some updates from Chris because we did get to talk to him on the phone this week, so we're pretty excited. We'll share those with you. Let me tell you, talking to Chris on the phone, I just feel like I don't get as much information.
Wow.
Can we start over?
Are you in 5th grade?
I want to start over.
No,
we start
just
over?
keep it going.
I want to start over.
You have to keep it going.
Okay.
One take.
I'm a little less nervous than I was last time. I wanted to say, talking to Chris on the phone, you get a lot less information than you do in person with him. I feel like you can't focus as much on the phone, but it's fine. I wonder if he'll listen to the podcast.
He said he would. He'd be like a week behind, though.
It'll be...
Well, actually, he'll get to listen to this if he has time.
If he has time.
Because he does get his phone because it's Memorial Day.
Yes. Happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Yes,
We have so much to talk about today. I'm actually very excited to be a regular guest for the summer. And once the summer's over, the podcast will then be in me and Henry's apartment. And so I might have to also be sometimes a guest. I think I should be like a monthly guest.
Yeah.
I think that would only be fair.
Yeah, no, you'd be living in the place, so it probably would be best.
Yeah. So hopefully I can bring a few more viewers.
You know George Janko show?
Yes.
I've told you about him.
Mm-hmm.
His fiance's name is also Belle, and they call when they don't have a guest. I mean, they have like big guests, but they call it like Boys and Belle. Like that's their.
Oh yeah, that's
so like
cute.
It could have been us, but we're
behind.
Yeah.
I want to chat about something really quick. Address the elephant in the room, if I could.
What is that?
That I don't have a cap on my water bottle.
Oh.
It's really stressing Henry out.
Yeah.
Henry's mom has these really fun, like, straws that are like, I don't know, so fun to use. And I just love them, but it's really stressing Henry out. I hope I don't ruin all the equipment. But if you're hearing this, it means that the equipment made it through the episode.
It was a success. Oh, shoot. My camera was open on the phone.
Oh.
But yeah. Thank you for the support on the episode last week. Meant a lot. Got a lot of good comments. And the Goodbye Chris video.
Oh, that was funny. I unfortunately didn't listen to the entire podcast from last week, but what I did listen to, I thought you did a great job.
Thank you.
I think I could record a podcast episode by myself. I'm not going to, but I could.
Yeah.
I actually, in general, talk a lot more than Henry does.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think.
No, you did.
No,
it's okay.
I talk faster, a lot more words per minute. But yeah, so I'm just kind of meant to be on a podcast. So it's kind of nice that I get to be a guest on here. But babe, how was your week this week? I want to talk about your highs and your lows. So
the best part of this past week, I don't know. It's hard. Like I don't know why, but it's hard to remember the week before, you know.
I could give a high and a low.
Go
Do you
ahead.
need a minute to think about it?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, my high is that I got to work with my work besties,
Nice.
Molly and Max. And my sister is now working with me at the coffee shop that I work at. And so I got to work with all three of them in one day. And it was so fun. Like,
Sweet.
It was so fun. Today with you was also a high, I would say.
Yeah, but that's kind of its own topic. So
yeah, we'll get to that later. A low. Just in general, I do not like Tuesdays. And so this Tuesday was no different. I did not like it.
Just didn't go well.
Tuesdays are really boring at work. It's like our slowest day, and I don't like being bored. And I don't know. Tuesdays are not my vibe. So
Just another Tuesday.
yeah, just another Tuesday. Like, Tuesdays are not for me. I might come up with merch about that. If I ever, I always say that if like Henry and Chris get really famous doing this podcast, that I'm gonna like leverage their fame and become famous myself, an influencer, if you will. So
yeah, I mean, you would be a part of it as much as we were. So,
but if it became famous, I might also want to be one of those like secret.
Like girlfriends, like
I would be wife.
Sorry. I mean, I was talking about other people.
Wife.
I was talking about other people. Not everybody has a wife. You know what I mean?
But you will. You'll have a wife.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Did you think of a high and a low this week?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
I have a few highs, I would say. One of them is that we went on a 30-minute walk. Actually, a 30-minute walk that turned into a 50-minute walk pretty much every day this week. So that was cool.
Yeah, we kind of fell off the last 2 days, but that's okay. The low would actually be not getting to go on the walk the last 2 days.
We've been trying to be more active and eat less crap. And we've been doing better at it. We've been very sugar conscious. Not perfect, but sugar conscious.
Not perfect. I do work at a coffee shop. I do have to have a nice vanilla latte every day.
And she works at a place where it's easy to go see her and also get something while I go to see you.
Here's the thing. Henry may say he comes up there to get coffee because of me, but every time I'm not working, he also goes up and gets coffee.
Not every time.
Almost always.
No, babe, you can't say that. You can't say
the last few times, I work often, okay? I normally take Saturdays off, and we normally get coffee together on Saturdays. Any weekday that I have not worked at the coffee shop, the girls have told me that you've been up there.
Recently, yes. But one time, most of them are to get the snacks. Majority of the time is to get a snack.
They always tell me you get coffee. Weird.
Okay, it happened one time.
They're ratting you out. That's okay.
And that was last week. But anyways.
Sorry.
Another high is I got to see one of my best friends this week. Hang out with him. Catch up and talk.
Yes.
So that was cool.
Is he going to be on the podcast?
I was thinking it would be a good shout out to Travis. It'd be a good pod. I think.
It would be.
He's definitely on
probably
my list.
2 hours long. Henry and Travis can talk for a minute.
It'd be quite a what do you call it? Like risky episode.
Yeah.
You just don't know what
it would
could
be the
said.
most outrageous episode yet.
Like
for sure.
Yeah. And then the low, which is kind of ironic, is the podcast on Monday. I talked about like some things that like I've been experiencing and like trying to learn and work through. And then like the back half of the day was like pretty much all of that, like, but like the negative way. And I was like, I feel kind of like an idiot now because I just made this podcast about these things. And now I'm really struggling, like, with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the rest of the week ended up being okay. So
okay, well, that's
not
good.
bad or good, I guess.
Sure.
It didn't carry on through the rest of the week.
Oh, good. Well, I'll listen to that podcast and figure out what you're talking about because I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you hear any of the 3 things? There were 3 things. I mean, it was like halfway.
I know I heard the first one.
Half of the episode was just me. I talked about a few things, but it wasn't like that list of 3 things. And then the back half was those 3 things.
I don't know.
Pop quiz fail.
Sorry. This always happens, like the stop sign thing.
Yeah. It's documented that Belle did not know how we end the episodes.
It's really unfortunate. Anyways, we have a lot to talk about from today because we had a really fantastic day today.
We did.
It started out with church. So I was serving in the nursery, so I don't actually know what they talked about at church. Is there anything you want to share about what you learned at church today?
Yeah, it was something that actually really did resonate with me currently, which isn't always the case, but sometimes it is.
Nice when that happens.
Yeah, and it was about how the passage that was preached out of was Psalm 6. It was a guest speaker because the school had their graduation.
Yes.
So they had a guest come in. And, sometimes I'm not sure about guests.
Right. It's very hit or miss. Sometimes it's like, wow, amazing. And sometimes it's like.
But this guy kept my attention the entire time.
Good. I heard he was really good at keeping people's attention. That was the main thing I heard about him.
Yeah. So. Thinking about it now, I feel like I heard every word he said.
Good. Okay. Anyway, sorry. What did he talk about?
Except for when I didn't. Well, Psalm 6. I don't know a whole lot about the Psalms, but he was saying like it's not a repentant psalm. I guess there are psalms where David will write about sins and like coming to repentance with God.
Okay.
And then which is the Old Testament before Jesus. But then there's also lamenting psalms, which I don't know what lamenting means, but okay. I think that's just like maybe that's like praise because I know there are psalms of praise.
Keep going. I'll find out what it means.
Thank you. And it talks about struggling with things and like how to bring it to God, but it wasn't like necessarily bringing it to a place of repentance, not because you shouldn't repent, but basically he alluded to when life has struggles, like specific struggles for like me or you, and it's like more of a personal walk. There's not like there's not always like a direct answer for like how to handle it. Like
Okay.
I'm experiencing this thing, and like I don't feel like anybody else around me is experiencing it. It's not talked about in the Bible. Like, God, how do I deal with this like spiritually? And really his overall point was like orienting your faith through prayer to God. So like I'm bringing this to God. I'm laying it at his feet, not necessarily like, God, why, or like challenging God, or like being angry at God, but it could be it could be like a mental struggle you don't know that you're dealing with. It could be a sin that like you don't necessarily know that you have the habit of, or sins you do know you have the habit of, or something externally that's like happening to you that is kind of just like out of your control, and how to how to solve that problem by bringing it to God and like coming into relationship with him through prayer and through like, I guess, sacrificing that time, that you might spend worrying or spend doing something else to like actually having that conversation with God, or like not just taking that time to soak in it. So I thought it was really good.
That's really good. I like that. I would just like to let you know that lamenting means to mourn, not to praise.
Oh,
so
shoot,
just
the opposite.
Just in case. But no, that's really good. Yeah, I honestly lately, okay, so I feel like I used to not always be so excited to go to church. I don't know. Like
I mean, as a kid, there's more exciting things to do.
It's just like, it's kind of like I have to sit here for like so long. But lately I've been feeling like I'm in the nursery once a month, and when I'm in the nursery, I'm like, oh man, like I'm not gonna get to like worship, and like I'm actually like, I miss being in church. So that was like cool thinking about that today.
Let me tell you the best analogy that he gave.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Kind of when it comes to like being lost or not knowing, he alluded to like a family being at the beach, and say there's like a little kid that they go off to like play near the water, like playing in the sand, like with their sand toys. The rest of the family is like a little bit back off the beach, like just 30 yards away or so. And that kid is, playing, they're like in the zone, like with their sand toy, building the sand castle. And all of a sudden, like they like look up and just kind of like come back into reality, and like all these people are like walking by, they're walking their dogs, and this little kid sitting on the ground, like all these people feel like giants, and like moving, people are moving like constantly all around them, and they're like, man, like the kid is like now worried, like where's my mom? And like looking all around frantically, like just kind of sitting in that spot. And then like eventually, like the mom is like always watching the kid, and then when that child is like having that moment of realization, like of reality, and she's like just shouting her name, like Sarah, Sarah, and then the kid then hears that voice, and like once the kid makes eye contact with the mom, then that like peace comes over them, because what they were like worried about is solved. Like, oh, like my mom sees me, like everything is fine.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of like about how and he was like, notice how the mom never had to move. Like like the proximity was the same the entire time, but once the child like realized where her mom was, then everything was fine. But it's not like, and then she could run to her mom and like directly go to her and like embrace her or whatever. But like I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that's a really good example.
So like God's always in, like God's not moving, but he
our
is
focus
like,
on him is that's really good. I really like that. That's a really good example. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I wasn't in church, but every week I'm in the nursery. I'm not in the nursery every week, but I'm in there every 4 weeks, and it's just like encouraging. I'm there with the same like person. I don't really get to like interact with them much outside of that, and it's just always encouraging to like catch up, and like I just find like lately talking to like other believers has been really encouraging. Just, I don't know, and I feel like I've been having more like spiritually centered conversations with people, or even just like knowing that people kind of have like the same like driving force in their life that you do is really encouraging. And to like see people who like, she's a little bit older than me, like she has kids and stuff, so I don't know, just the way that they like have followed Jesus in their life is cool. So I don't know, I just find church really encouraging, so I'm glad that church was good for you. Church was good for me today. Yeah,
I was thinking about that walking out of church the past few weeks, is how I wish I was better at talking to people. Like,
yeah,
not that I don't, but sometimes it can just be like so quick to like, okay, like what's the next thing to go do?
right. We normally have something else that we're like, oh, we're getting to this on Sunday. But yeah, when
if like it's the opposite, then for a while we were always the last people at everything.
We can be the last.
Like way too many. Like,
yeah,
you could talk to too many.
Okay,
people,
Henry's saying he wishes he was better at like taking the time after church to stop and like be intentional talking to people. If we do talk to people, we will be we'll be one of the last 5 cars there. So we don't have a good medium.
It's a work in progress.
Henry cannot get out of a conversation.
I do struggle with this.
Like, Chris will attest to this. Like, he'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Me and Chris
are starting to switch roles, though. He has had some recent issues with that.
Really?
Well,
like,
there was like a few times.
Is it? But I feel like when he does that, it's that he is talking a lot. When you do it, it's not. It's like you just don't know how to go.
I don't have the heart to tell somebody.
No, Henry's way too nice. Like, I'll just be like, okay, sorry, gotta get to this. Like,
and it impresses me so much.
Me?
Like, anybody who can do it, but yeah, like I spend
specifically
the most time
me
with
though,
you.
right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm just like, man, that makes so much sense. You just told them what you had to go do, and like, and they were fine with it, and like, I don't know why.
So, yeah, Henry just
so much sense,
it's so ridiculous.
I don't get it.
Gosh. Anyways, okay. So after we left church, another thing about Henry recently is like it used to be that like if I did not eat, it was like an issue. Like I would be kind of grumpy or like
be fed.
Henry lately, if he does not eat, then it's just like you might as well forget whatever like activity or like not activity, but whatever we're going to do. Or like even like having a conversation. Like it's just kind of he's like zoned out. So we knew we had to stop and eat before we had a long day of stuff to do, of people who are soon to be married, things to do. Okay. So we stopped at this crepe company that we are just obsessed with. It never fails to just hit the spot every single time. Would you say?
Oh yeah. I don't know how into food people are. I'd imagine we're like the extreme.
I think people like caring about food.
No. I mean in their personal eating. I think people are interested in this, but I mean, like what I'm about to say, I don't know if people like are consciously thinking like about this.
Got it. Okay.
I think we were eating here one time, and we were like, this is never bad.
Literally never.
Ever bad. It is
always incredible.
So we were like, what are some other things? Like, so we have like a kind of a little list of things that like, this is always good no matter what.
And we tend to just always go back to those places because often when we go to a new place, it's kind of like, that was okay.
You don't want to risk it.
But this place, they use like a lot of local vendors. Like, so a lot of the food is just like very fresh. It's always hot. Oh my word. It's just incredible. I can't say enough good things about it. So we stopped and ate there
for food.
Yeah, we spent quite a bit of time there. Oh my gosh, we played this game. Is it actually called Go Sushi?
Sushi?
Something about sushi.
Something.
It is so fun. It's by like Game Right. You can find it at Target or on Amazon or whatever. But you need to get it. Like, my mama loves it. My siblings love it. Like, Henry, did you like it?
It was fun.
Anybody who's played it has enjoyed it. So like, I would highly recommend if you need a game. It's fun to it's a pretty small game, and I would just like recommend keeping it in your car or in your bag and like pulling it out if you have an awkward situation or you're bored.
I think card games and board games are kind of a lost like art.
Yeah, they're so fun.
Because like you have to like mentally engage. Like you're using your hands, your mind. You're with other people.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like going to a few things with this certain friend group that like that was one of the things that they did. Like that they did that, and I was like, man, this is kind of like nice.
I could see us doing that a lot at our house. Like just like making a dessert, having people over, having a game night. Like, that just sounds so fun.
Yeah.
Den, that was a guest on this podcast one time, I don't know if he's still into games because he lives in Florida, so we don't see him as much anymore. But like we used to always play games when we'd get together with him, and it was so fun. So
Yeah.
I think that, you know, everybody else should try to play a game this week. And Target has a lot of fun, like, random games. Like, that is not like Monopoly, Life. Like, okay, those can get really boring for sure. But like these like fun card games.
Yeah.
I think I would highly recommend.
Switches it up.
Yeah, so we did that, and then we
drove down to Target.
Yes. So we're just in the process of like registering for a bunch of stuff for like our showers that I will be at opening.
Anytime the word showers thrown and like said, I get so confused. Even just now. Like, I think about an actual shower, but yeah, you know, it's like because you get showered with gifts.
I think Henry will come to like one of my showers to help open the gifts, so that'll be fun. But yeah, and also Henry's probably going to be moving out pretty soon.
We're moving forward.
Yeah, we're really like making steps with this. Like, hopefully pretty soon, like, Henry will be moving out. So we're starting to look at apartment furniture. So that's like was a big part of what today was. So
yeah, we found a few things at Target for like furniture wise. There was like registry, and then there's like, okay, there's some extra furniture that like we'll have to buy ourselves, and then we had our glorious couch experience. It was honestly really great. It was really
I cannot say enough good things. Like, unfortunately, we're not sponsored, but like we should be, because we loved this experience so much. It was the best experience. And let me tell you, like, Henry's never been couch shopping, but like I've been with my mom, right? You never been couch shopping before?
No, this is
I've been with my mom several times, like looking for couches, like for our home that I live in right now, and it is not always a good experience. In fact, I've had mostly bad experiences. Today was perfect. Why don't you get into it a little bit?
So we walk into the furniture store. Actually, I will say, we have been to the mall a few times where they have like real nice furniture stores, and like we'll want to through the store and just, you know, look, probably let somebody know. But we were approached by a sales associate, and he was super nice, like super nice.
He's an icon. Guys.
It was just a great experience. He didn't like push anything. He was just like, here's the facts. Like, this is what we do. Let us know a little bit about the company, a little bit about how like the purchasing and the delivery and all that stuff goes. And then he's like, well, whatever you need, just let me know.
Yeah.
And we walked around. We sat on every single couch in the
place. Literally did. We sat on so many couches, and there was like definitely different comfortable ones, but like honestly, Henry probably would have been fine with quite a few of them, right? Would you say? Like, there's quite a few you no.
Really not. No.
Oh.
I don't think.
Okay, I have had a very specific vision for a couch in my mind for like a year. Like, if you look on my Pinterest board, the vibes, you know, oh, guys, we found the perfect couch.
It's very identical to the one that on your Pinterest board. Like, almost exactly the same. Okay,
so you really didn't, like, there wasn't a lot that you would have considered.
If it was, if it was just me,
yeah,
I probably wouldn't have the mind that I do about it. You know?
Okay.
So I can't.
But being with me.
Right. It ups my game on, like, what I would personally want. So, yeah, I think the other one that we looked at, you know, if I was living by myself and single, sure, maybe I'd buy that one.
Right,
but
yeah.
I definitely like the one that we are going to go with the most.
Yeah.
It's perfect, honestly.
It is literal perfection.
Like, when we were, like, after we got done, this was cool because he was like, this is our test couch. So, whatever you want to do, if you just want to like test it out and get comfortable.
He's like,
and, like
kick back, get your feet on
don't worry
it.
about
Like,
your shoes.
It's fine. You need to know if you're going to be comfortable on this couch. Okay. I cannot stress enough how much, like, this was just the best experience. Like, I honestly feel like so blessed. Like, that might sound silly, but that we got to have this experience because it was so cool and fun.
No, it
and
definitely
like,
is a blessing. And the fact that the couch was there, it was like,
yeah.
Because say that couch wasn't there, we don't like. There's not another one in there that I think was really like worth it.
No,
honestly.
not what we wanted for sure.
So yeah, we were laying, or like
So
I was just laying on the couch, and I seriously thought to myself, like, this might be the most comfortable couch I've ever sat on.
It's incredible. It is. It's so incredible, and it's just exactly what I wanted. It's the style of it is amazing. The color amazing. The softness so good. It's not like too firm, but it's not like it has like durability, it seems like. And like the cushions are the perfect size and style. And like I could go on and on about this couch, and I will, because I'm so excited to have it in our apartment.
It's very clutch.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
I didn't know I could care so much about a couch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I've made Henry care about a lot of things he didn't think he would. Food, coffee, just...
People probably.
People. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Babe, let's do this. What is like one thing that you think like I've changed you about, and then I'll do one for you that like you think without dating me like you would not have, like you would not be this way, or like something like that, if that makes sense.
Okay. One thing.
Nothing. Awesome.
I don't know. This is hard to say. Okay, I'll tell you the very first thing that comes to my mind without thinking very hard about it. I think that I would not care as much about being a good brother, probably.
Aww,
I don't think I would. Not that I wouldn't care about Chris or Luke, but I don't think I would. I probably would have moved out sooner. Mm-hmm. So therefore less like actual time at home, and I probably wouldn't have cared. I probably just, I mean, I as a whole I would probably be more selfish, so therefore I would probably wouldn't like dedicate the time or value into like that relationship. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like I wouldn't like desire to be a bad brother.
But just I do think that you're more intentional now about the time that you spend with them.
I probably wouldn't have been a thing that I thought about though either. I probably would just be like, okay, I live here in my own place. I'll see him every now and then, maybe invite him over. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm probably, I mean, I'm definitely less, I'm still selfish in areas, but like in that category. Less. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I think.
Mine for you is that I just think in a lot of ways, like I have like I prioritize like my relationship with God more because of like seeing you do that. Like it makes me want to be more important, and just like how you have always like prioritized church. Like I think that helps me want to prioritize church too. So yeah.
Thanks.
That's like Henry just like when we were probably like when we were first dating out of high school, like we dated in high school, but once we got out of high school, Henry had he may have talked about this stuff on the podcast, but just the morning routine of my dreams. Okay, like he would get up in the morning and like journal and like do his devotions, and like that was like one of the things that I was just like, wow, that's so cool, and like I don't know, made me want to do that too. So that's cool. And thanks. I think a lot of other people look up to you for stuff like that too. So, yeah, Henry's awesome.
I wish I still had that morning routine.
Henry's morning routine is slacking right now.
I've been pretty just, I've just been repeated on the podcast.
Life has been super chaotic lately. Like seriously, cannot stress enough how like there are things I want to do so bad. And I know like, yes, I could make them happen, but there's like people I want to hang out with. Like, one of my best friends, I've been wanting to hang out with her for like 2 weeks, and we just like we're so busy and there's so much to do, but so excited for the wedding. But I think after we get married, be a little like it'll be a little less chaotic. I imagine like we'll have a lot more things that we need to think about since we'll be like living on our own, but like just in general, I think things will just slow down a little bit, and I'm excited for that. And that'll be like getting into Christmas time and like fall and fall and then Christmas.
Fall and things. Yeah, that'll be good.
So I don't know. I'm just this whole year is gonna be.
Are we gonna have
amazing?
Our own.
My birthday's next week.
Are we gonna have our own Thanksgiving like at our house, like just me and you?
No way.
Like a turkey.
No, ew, no.
That sounds really sad.
Yeah, just me and Henry and like our huge turkey. That's all though. No sides, please. No thanks.
Yeah.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, me and Henry often have to go to at least 3 Thanksgivings.
Yeah. I think I remember talking about this on the last Thanksgiving podcast. It's bad.
It's bad. Once we're married, we'll probably come up with a few guidelines for how we navigate holidays. So stay tuned for that because we love all of our family so much, but I feel like we end up spending like no quality time with anybody because of how we have to do holidays. It's literally summer though, so we're not going to talk about that right now.
Yeah.
Was there anything else, babe, that we did today that you want to talk about or?
I don't know. I mean, we went to that mall, but did anything interesting happen there? I don't think so.
Can we just talk about malls? Like clearly I just can't see how malls are going to be like in that much longer. You know? Like it just I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on the podcast, but malls attract a really interesting like demographic of people. Like it just seems like the most random assortment of people. It makes me a little stressed, I'm not going to lie. Like there's so much going on. There's like families. Sometimes there's like people walking around by themselves. There's like kids that are in high school that there's just like groups that, I don't know. There's just so much going on. It does not feel, I don't know, that great to me anymore. I used to love to go to the mall. Maybe it's because I'm not a high school kid anymore.
Maybe it's the awareness. Like but no, yeah. I do think the mall vibe has changed. And I think that's because everything, like, way more stuff happens. Online shop. Way more stuff happens online, especially after COVID. I don't think it's very fathomable. Is that right?
Sure.
How different life actually is directly because of COVID.
I think that I try not to think about it, like, but I'm sure it is.
Because everybody had to pivot to be online. So then, like, in-person stuff now changes. I'm sure the groceries are online now. Like, that's something that probably, I don't even remember being online before. Just, like, simple stuff like that. And then, like, malls, too, is, like, Amazon. Like, every store in the mall is online as well. But then again, like, people need something to do on a weekend. I feel like it's going to fill up. Anyway.
Right. Especially like living in like a colder climate. That's sometimes true. You end up just like going shopping, which is fine. Like shopping's fun, but just the mall shopping, I prefer to go to like an outdoor outlet mall where like each store is individual or just Target, honestly. Like, I don't know. The mall vibe is just so much different than it used to be. And a lot of the malls are just kind of like getting run down. So like, it's not as nice of an experience to go there. And a lot of times there's just all these weird stores. Like, I just am like, what is that? It's so weird. I don't know. Not a big mall fan. But we did go to Crate and Barrel and we found the plates that we want to get and the silverware. So we love that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing that I've been trying to do more is, like, if you're interacting or like if there's enough time to say hello, like saying it, you know what I mean? Instead of like the awkward pass by where it's like double eye contact, like looking around, like you got to pretend to
like
look
somebody
around.
You're passing.
Yeah, but no, not in the mall, but
just like everything has to do with the mall. I'm sorry. No, I thought you were talking about like a sales associate or something, or like a register person. Because those people I try to like
register person. It could be a sales associate. It could be like the other day I was walking out of the coffee shop and I was walking to my car and someone was walking out of theirs, and like there was enough time to like say hello.
Yeah.
And like it's just like you don't really have to, but like I don't know. I don't think it's expected, but like then it's like also it's human interaction. Like that's a totally normal thing to do, but like why does it feel weird?
No, I know.
Like why does it feel like you shouldn't do that? And that, or like that other day, other day when we were at the coffee shop, me and you together though, like we walked through the back and that guy was outside working and we were like, I was like, hey, how are you doing? He's like, good. He's like, how are you? I'm like, good. He's like, thanks for asking. Like it seemed like it made his day.
He was like, thank you for asking me. Like I was like, oh, like I don't know. I've been trying to. I work at a coffee shop which has been established, and I like appreciate when people. I really like to take the time to talk to people, and I appreciate when they like talk to me, and like you can tell they're actually like not just on their phone or like waiting to like walk away. I don't know. I just think it's nice to like.
Yeah.
So when I go somewhere, I really try to like be intentional about like really asking somebody like how their day is and like listening. I just think that's so important. Like just, I don't know. Like today we went to a coffee shop, and
no, it's
stop.
It's not fun. It's something we do. It just is what we do.
Oh, we're always that's why you were laughing. Okay, I thought you were laughing about the like the interaction,
what you said?
And I was like, oh, she was so nice.
No, she was. It was great.
She was so nice, and like. We just had like a full-on conversation with her. There was nobody else in the shop at the time, so that probably helped. Because if there's a line, obviously, like you need to, use your self-awareness.
Right.
I also want to just address something real quick that I can't stop thinking about. When Henry was talking earlier, I said, "Oh my gosh," because I was yawning. But if you're only listening on audio, you might think that I was like annoyed about what he was saying. I just wanted to.
Thank you. I've actually been dwelling on that.
Say that. Yeah, Henry's actually crying right now. So sorry. Am I all over the place?
No, this is good.
It's good.
Did you ever listen back to the one you were on?
Yeah, I thought I sounded incredible.
I didn't expect anything less.
I'm just kidding, but man,
Do you feel like you were born for this?
I feel like I was born to be like on one of those like cooking shows, like where like we're in my kitchen at home and I'm cooking and talking. That would be my dream. I would love to do that.
Is that your
Food Network? If you'd like to pick me up, I'm available. Calling? It might be. I would let you be in some episodes.
Thanks.
Yeah.
For the eggs and peanut butter sandwich. That's about my limit. No, it's not. I can make chicken.
Babe, you can make a full meal.
Okay,
one time.
Tell me what I can make.
Okay,
I forgot.
Yeah. Okay. Henry can make chicken. In the oven, grilled, on the stove.
Yep.
All three ways. Henry can make sweet potatoes in the oven or in the air fryer.
Yes.
You can make zucchini.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much probably any vegetable. Oh, one time in family living class, he made this really good asparagus with cheese on top, I think. Was that you? Please let it have been you. I think
that was me and my partner.
Okay, but...
I thought you were going to go with the cookies.
Henry made these incredible peanut butter chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah. I came up with the recipe, right?
No, honey. You followed a recipe.
No. I thought you had to make an adjustment to a recipe. Like you could make an adjustment. Like you just had to make a recipe that was your own. Like you could take inspiration from...
No.
That's what the project was. Okay. I swear.
All right.
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe
either way, Henry can make cookies of many variations. What else? He can make a really great peanut butter and honey sandwich on whole grain wheat bread.
Yes.
So weird. Like that's his favorite. Ugh,
rice?
So disgusting.
Is that impressive?
Can you make rice?
I thought I could.
Sure.
Before this conversation,
Henry can make rice. He can make eggs incredibly well. He has this like insane patience. Oh, that's another thing I learned from Henry, patience. But I'm still not patient. But I view his patience and I like it. So, sorry. Side note. This is just a podcast of me talking about all the things I like about Henry.
Yeah,
but that's fine. Henry deserves to be praised.
Just some lamentations for me.
So stupid. What else can you make? Have you made biscuits with me before?
Nope.
He just likes to eat those. Okay,
Yeah.
that was a mistake.
I think that's it.
Maybe you need to add something.
Maybe I do.
My mom got him a cookbook and he hasn't made nothing out of it
The
yet.
eggs. That's how I learned to make eggs better.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's called...
Not Your Mama's Cookbook.
Not Your Mama's Cookbook. Ooh, I want to make more recipes out of that. There's those smash burgers that look freaking fantastic.
Yes.
But yeah, Henry can make a lot of stuff. One time he made a whole meal for me. I think it was chicken, rice, and sweet potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something else. I mean, he can throw bread in the oven too.
Just some.
But yeah, Henry's a pretty good
toast bagels.
Oh, Henry brings me bagels a lot, and he's finally figured out the proper ratio of bagel to cream cheese.
And cook time. That's important.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Henry's so sweet.
You don't want to forget. You don't want to forget to press the bagel button, because that doesn't work out. Because I did that one time.
Is there a bagel button?
Yes.
My toaster doesn't have that.
It knows how to cook bagels better, I guess. So I cook it at 4. See, I don't think they're by minutes. I think it's like its own scale for the toaster.
It is minutes.
No, it's not.
Yes, I just learned that. It's minutes. It
actually is minutes.
It is actually.
Wow.
Yes. Sorry, I'm so excited about that. Apparently,
I do it on the number 4 setting, so I guess 4 minutes. But I press the bagel button, and if you
maybe that adjusts the heat.
Yeah, so I think it like makes it a little slower cook, maybe because it's thicker bread.
That is special.
You know, so
sure.
But I did something one time.
I know how to make homemade bagels, but
do.
Last time I made them, I messed them up, so I haven't made them since.
I was trying to think of the way that I make it that I end up burning it if I forget to do something. But
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I was just getting kind of bored.
No, I can't remember what it is, so we can move on.
We're gonna move on to talking about what's going on in the NBA right now, because we've been watching a lot of games. I often fall asleep, but I'm there. And okay, let's see if I can remember what teams are left.
Okay.
Currently, we're in the semifinals of the NBA playoffs, and we have the Pacers and Celtics. Are they on game 3 or 4?
They finished game 3 last night.
And okay, they finished game 3 last night, and then we have the Mavericks and the Timberwolves.
Yes.
And they are playing right now, actually.
Yes, 3 minutes left to go in the game. It's almost over.
And are the Timberwolves winning?
No, they're not. They're down by 2.
Okay, we'll keep you updated on if they win or not. But so what is the standings of the Celtics and I got it, Pacers?
Celtics are up 3-0.
Oh man, I did not want the Celtics to win. The Celtics are the only team that I really, besides the Lakers, because I do not like LeBron James, but LeBron James and Jason Tatum are like my 2 least favorite NBA like stars, if you will. And they're the 2 teams I just really didn't want to win. And the Celtics seem to be really good. So I hope that somebody on the West can beat them, because it's not looking like the Pacers have it.
The Mavericks are dominating the Timberwolves. I mean, well, dominating, but I mean, they've won both games. But they've been playing really good the entire game.
Okay.
The Mavericks have.
I mean, I would not be mad if the Mavericks won. I love Kyrie Irving. Like, how can you not? And Luka is pretty good, too. I'm not like a Luka like major fan, but I wouldn't be mad if they won. And it feels like maybe it's not the Timberwolves' year to win. Like, they're a little bit, the Timberwolves and the Pacers, I feel like they can get more wins because they're younger. Like, with the I feel like the Celtics, I'm kind of shocked they haven't won one yet. Like, with this group that they have.
That's
and then
true. Babe, you should be an NBA analyst for ESPN.
Actually, I'm doing a pretty good job. Can you just let me keep going, though?
Yeah, no, keep going. I'm sorry I interrupted.
Because I'm going to lose my train of thought. And I'm honestly shocked that I've been able to say this much, because I wasn't thinking I'd have anything to say, but I have a lot to say.
I accidentally used my man privilege there. I didn't mean to.
What'd you do?
No, just by interrupting you.
Yeah, excuse me.
Sorry.
Literally me interrupting you the entire time, but whatever. I was going to say, okay, the Celtics, I'm surprised that they haven't won a championship yet. And then with the Mavs, it's like Kyrie has been around for a while. And like, I don't know how long Luka's been around, but I think longer than I think. How long?
2018 he was drafted.
2018 he was drafted.
We were freshmen in high school. Actually, we ended our freshman.
Oh my gosh, we were like literal babies. Okay. Yeah. Wow, we're so old. I'm going to be 21 next week. So if everybody could wish me happy birthday in the comments, that'd be really nice because I love my birthday. Anyways, but so what I'm trying to say is I think the Pacers and the Timberwolves, they can wait. Their turn is not yet. It would be super cool if one of them were to have won. Timberwolves, I'm not counting you out, but like, I think they can wait for their turn. Yeah. Like, I would love for the Mavs to win. The Celtics, I hope they never win with Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, I don't want you to win a championship ever. Okay? Like, I just don't think with your attitude.
Do you have a specific reason why?
Yeah, I don't like his attitude. He does that thing LeBron does with like, you know, like where they make a muscle and hit it. I just do not like that. Or like when they're kind of like making like a growling look. Like it just like, they just like clearly are really full of themselves. And I'm just kind of like, chill. You're not that cool. Like you've never won a championship, Jason. And you named your son Deuce. So, like, you are not that cool. And I just, like...
He dunked on LeBron as a rookie.
Okay.
See, if one of them... If they were playing against each other, like, say the Lakers and the Celtics made the finals.
Right.
Who would you want to win?
The Celtics. Because I just never want... Like, LeBron, I will always cheer against LeBron. Me and my dad love to do that. And... it's not looking like we're going to be doing it for very much longer because how much longer can he stay in the NBA? Like, seriously.
It's really crazy how good he still is. It really is.
Yeah. I don't, there's a reason.
Probably another year or two. No.
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
I mean, his son is potentially coming into the NBA this year, possibly next year if he doesn't get drafted. And
Bronny, you're not that good. So.
Have you ever seen him play?
I just don't, he's not that good that he's going to be like, the amount of hype that he has for how good he is, I think is too much. Like, if his dad was not LeBron James, would anybody care? No. I know I wouldn't, and I don't either. But, like, I just am saying, like...
But he can't, like...
Would people be like, oh my gosh, number one, like, draft pick prospect? No. He probably...
That's NBA meme land, though. Like, they can't... He can't be responsible
NBA meme
for
land?
That. Yeah.
Okay, where would you think he would be, like, as far as, like, a draft pick if LeBron wasn't his dad? Is he even going to get drafted?
He would probably be a second-round pick.
Yeah.
But, like, I think at the same time, he also could be a second-round pick. Like, legitimately. Like, there have been both sides have come out and said, like, this guy does not look like he can do anything. Like, he's, like, he has some skill, but, like, not really applicable. And then there have been people who have said, this guy he could be a good role player on a team.
Okay. Well, we'll give him a chance, but I would like to say I do think the LeBron Taco Tuesday commercial is pretty funny.
That is funny.
I like that.
So anyways, if the Pacers won, bring them back to that.
They're clearly not going to.
Well, they're not going to. But before the series started.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because it's possible they could be up 2-1 right now. Because they almost won game 1. They threw it away. Which I watched on Gamecast on the ESPN app because I could not watch it on the TV. More on that later. Not really, but anyway.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I just found out that like IYKYK is if you know, you know. I always just thought it was like.
Wow. So that is even funnier because of what it actually stands for because you did not know.
I know.
Wow.
I literally just thought it was like. Just like that noise, like. Like, how funny is that?
Have you ever seen?
Pretty funny.
This was like, I feel like this was like early Instagram.
What's that?
Like,
thing? Wait, hold on. I just want to say that one thing. I love inside jokes. I'd love to be a part of one someday. That's kind of how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So it was like, it's one of the first memes I remember seeing. It was like Instagram was just pictures. And, like, mostly stupid stuff. Like, not even the, like...
Like the cat videos?
No, the pictures, babe.
Oh. I'm just showing, like, how stupid
it's like a text. You just rattled everything off about the history of the NBA and current climate like, of the NBA.
But then... What I would not have thought I'd be able to do, literally talking about basics. It's like thinking LOL means lots of love. That's no... I had a family member that said that in all the family group chats thinking it meant lots of love. Like, it'd be like,
It could be.
It'd
that,
be like,
though.
pray, like this person, like they're really not doing well. They're like their sickness, whatever. And you'd be like, LOL.
Okay, never mind. That cannot.
I'm so sorry. You're talking about Instagram or something.
It's a meme, but it's about like super old and super dumb, and it's like the text message. You remember the old iMessage text? Like it's like gray, and like the bubbles are still green or blue if it was iPhone, you know. But I'm just saying like the old iPhone messages before there was like the update.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so. I can picture it. I can picture on Instagram like how they like screenshots of that stuff.
Yeah. So that's how old this was, and it was like someone texted like, "Do you know what like TBH and IDK mean?" And they respond with, "To be honest, I don't know." And then like they reply back like that wasn't helpful. Like they did not. Catch
oh my gosh!
On it.
Literally me right now. I like literally just
that
realized.
Reminded me of that meme.
Like every time I'd read it, I just like kind of like sounded out like just.
That's crazy.
And I just figured out. Like, thank God it's Friday. Like yes, this week.
How?
I just always thought it was like TGI Friday. Like.
Was this at work?
No.
Where did you figure this out?
Instagram. I was like,
were you with
God,
anybody?
It's Friday. No, I just by myself
figured
it out.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny. I'm hilarious. Like this is not funny. This is not a joke. This is real.
I mean, yeah, that's crazy. There's do you know about the restaurant?
TGI Fridays. I think that's why I just thought it was like TGI. I always thought of the restaurant too. I think I used to
Have you ever heard anybody say, "Thank God it's Friday"? Have you ever heard somebody say that?
No. I'm crying. Babe, what are your thoughts on the NBA Finals right now?
I'm very excited for a new champion.
Have any of these people been champions before? Well, Celtics, obviously.
Well, yes, the team itself has been.
But not recently with these players.
Drew Holiday is a champion. He's on their team.
Drew Holiday, I love you, but like, why do you have to be playing for the Celtics? It's really emotional for me.
Kyrie Irving is a champion, but I don't think anybody else is. And so it'd be super cool to see Kyrie win a championship again.
I'd be so happy for him.
And Luka, because they'd be at the same time.
I love Kyrie and Luka on the same team. Like, it's a vibe. I want to ask where Kevin Durant's playing right now. Wait.
Yes.
Clippers.
I'll give you two guesses. Mavericks won by 9 points.
Is he playing for the Clippers?
They are up 3-0. No. You get two more guesses.
Okay.
You're in the right ballpark, though.
I know. I can just feel it in my bones.
Western Conference.
I know.
They were in the playoffs.
Did he play?
Yes, he did.
Has everybody else forgotten about Kevin Durant?
But yeah, he was very forgetful in that series.
It's really unfortunate. Like, his attitude, I don't always appreciate.
He plays for the Phoenix Suns.
Yes.
With Devin
Booker. Has anybody else heard that Devin Booker and Kendall Jenner might be back together?
They might.
Okay. Let's talk about... should we talk about this real quick?
That what?
Okay. So, this girl that I follow, her name is JC Marie Smith, and she is currently pregnant. She's about to have a baby, okay? There's this joke.
Wait, is there more to that? Like,
yeah, it has to do with
Okay.
Yeah. So, she has a joke that her name is JC Jenner because Kendall Jenner copies everything she does. Like, no joke. Like, the color of her hair, she'll post the exact same Instagram post, like be on a podcast right after she is. So
this girl's... Is she an influencer?
She's an influencer. She has a podcast. And
what scale? What like tier of influencer are we talking?
Like between like a celebrity and an influencer, I would say. Like she has a YouTube channel. She has a podcast. She has Instagram. Like she's but
she's not like a movie star, but she's not just like a YouTuber.
Like she's a little more than a YouTuber. I think just because she has so many platforms, like I would say a little bit. And something that could verify this is Hailey Bieber followed her. Hailey Bieber and Kendall are best friends. Okay. What is that guy's name? Devin Booker. Okay. People think that Devin Booker
Same
and
birthday
Kendall
as me, and he's from Grand Rapids. Me and D Book are close.
They're very close,
well,
yeah.
In ways that don't make a person people close.
But okay,
if you don't know
people think they got back together because now Kendall's like, I have to have a baby because JC's having a baby.
She said she has to have a baby.
She didn't say that, but that's like JC was saying, like maybe she like wants to have a baby now because JC is. So it's just funny. It's probably all conspiracy, but like I just think it's funny. And also like Devin Booker was playing better when they broke up, and I think they may be back together now. And look where they are.
Yeah, he does not need another.
Not in the NBA semifinals. I can tell you that much. And Kevin, like, come on! I didn't even know what team you were on, so clearly you weren't doing that hot. Like, man, how the stars fall, you know. Yeah. Anyways, back to you, Henry.
Wow. I mean, he is 16 years in the NBA. He probably
maybe he needs to retire. Maybe he should have retired last year.
I do remember him talking about retiring at 35.
Maybe he should have never gone to the Nets.
Yeah, that was a weird experiment.
Where is Karis LeVert playing?
The Pacers. No, sorry. The Cavaliers.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he's currently playing. I think I would know.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, didn't he go to Michigan?
He did.
And he played for the Nets?
He did.
So when I talked about the Nets, it made me think of him, but I knew he wasn't on that team anymore because he got traded when Kevin and Kyrie went there, right?
He got traded for James Harden, I believe.
Interesting. Okay, anyways, I'm so sorry. I've interrupted you 20 times. Give us your final thoughts real quick. A little wrap up.
On what?
The finals. Like, I just want to know, who do you want to win the finals?
So, knowing that the Timberwolves are down 3-0 now, I was super anticipating if they were to win, celebrating Mike Conley. Mike Conley is one of my favorite NBA players, left-handed, underrated veteran point guard. And it would have been super cool to see him win, as well as Anthony Edwards, young 22-year-old star leading a team. That would have been refreshing for the NBA. Cat is the first NBA player I ever remember seeing get drafted, so that would have been cool. So Timberwolves, I like their team, but they look down for the count now. So Mavericks, it'd be cool to see Jason Kidd succeed as a head coach. Did not see him play much as a player, but it'd be cool. Luka championship, Kyrie number 2. They got a cool squad. And if the Celtics did win, let's say, some highlights could be Drew Holiday getting number 2, Al Horford, another guy who's been around for an eternity, and he'd get his first championship. Mazzulla, their coach, I know he's a believer, and he talks about I remember after they lost last year, I believe that was his first year. I think they got knocked out of the playoffs. And he just brought back, like, they asked him how tough the loss was, and he just brought it back. He's like, well, there's like, homeless kids and starving people out there, so it like puts it in perspective, like God's really blessed me. And not to undermine the loss, but like I just like his perspective and take on stuff. So if the Celtics did win, I like Jaylen Brown too. And then
Jaylen Brown's okay.
Pacers.
Yeah.
Cool team. I got a good friend that's a huge Pacers fan.
Oh my gosh. So, I thought you were gonna say that I'm good friends with one of the Pacers, and I was like, what are you talking about? No. Like, I'm sorry. That just really caught me off guard.
They are ahead of their time, I think. So I hope that they still improve the team. So yeah, that's my final thoughts on who I would appreciate to see get their flowers.
So
Wow. You would rather pick the Timberwolves being down 3-0
I would than the
than
Celtics.
the Celtics.
Yeah.
I think we're both going to be wrong because the Celtics are probably going to win.
Oh.
They won 64 games,
know what?
which is the most in the NBA.
Then I hope they don't.
But yeah.
Okay.
Also, Kyrie used to play for the Celtics, so that would be a cool. And
Mashup.
Porzingis, well, if he plays,
Mashup.
he used to play for Dallas.
Okay.
So there's some beef.
All right. I think that we're gonna wrap up this NBA corner, but this has been literally so fun. Guys, should I just be the second co-host on the Young Bucks podcast because this is
maybe
so?
I should get out of here and you should just take care of.
Wait, should we just have a solo podcast? It's Belle.
Okay, who?
Just kidding.
You did. I've thought about this a lot because I listen to NBA podcasts and there's a few in particular who I like. It would be cool to like know these people, like because I love the NBA. These guys love the NBA, and just through listening, I kind of feel like it's not to be weird, but like you kind of feel like you are friends with them because
maybe you should start reaching out to these people and saying like, "Hey, let's do a podcast mashup."
Maybe after this will put me on the map because I had you on.
One of our reels are going to go viral.
I think so.
I'm calling it. They're gonna. Yes.
I'm telling you. Okay, so to finish my thought.
Sorry. Oh my gosh. This is why I can't be on this podcast. I've interrupted you so many times.
You don't know how stupid I would sound if I did not have you talking, like filling the. You're welcome. But like, how random of an NBA player could you get to? And you dropped like Karis LeVert, which is like that's pretty random.
Yeah.
He's probably a perfect like middle and maybe even on the below average side of like not talent. I just mean by popularity.
Okay.
So like, okay, I'm gonna look up a team and you just tell me like I just want to like hear some random is like if you could like not the star like the top guy, but see if like you could name like some random people.
Okay.
You know? So I guess I'll just start with do you know okay, well we can do the Miami Heat.
Okay. Like how many players can I get on the team? Is that what you're saying?
Sure, yeah. You could do that. Because then you can like get the easy ones.
This is really fun actually.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay. Well I know Jimmy Butler's on the Heat and Duncan Robinson.
Yeah.
Another Michigan guy. I'm a Michigan fan in case you hadn't noticed. Being on the spot is really hard.
Dave.
Well, I know there's that one guy, Bam, Adebayo.
Yeah, wow. You said that pretty good. So that's
and
3.
then there's Tyler Hero.
4.
I want to get at least 5. Well, I know that my sister would love to be on a podcast episode, by the way.
Maybe we might have to add
but she is a big Miami Heat fan, and there used to be a guy that like we called Crescent Roll, but he's not on there anymore. Like his name kind of looked like Crescent.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. Anyways,
don't
worry about it. Inside joke.
I'd love to be a part of that someday.
I wanna be able to get one more. Can I have a hint, maybe? Oh, they have all those like they have a bunch of random like white players on the Heat always.
Okay, there is one who used to play with LeBron. He's pretty old now.
Caruso? Is he on the Heat?
No, he's on the Bulls. That's a good one though. Kevin Love. Do you know him?
I remember Kevin. He played on the Cavs with LeBron. I can actually name all those players. Kevin Love,
go for it.
LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, J.R. Smith, and Tristan Thompson. And
do you know more because of basketball or because of the Kardashians?
No, basketball. I religiously watched when
you were a big Warriors fan.
I was a humongous Warriors fan. I actually got to do one of my bucket list things and watch a Golden State Warriors game at the Warriors. So that was amazing. Anyways, I just thought of I can't get into it right now. I don't want to swear. It's like from The Office, like an office scene, but it's not like appropriate to say right now.
Up in the car. Yeah. How would that even have applied?
I don't know why. I just thought of it. Who was another player on that? On
the Cavs.
Mm-hmm. Was there another starter?
Does Matthew Dellavedova do anything for you?
It doesn't. No.
Okay. Does Richard Jefferson do anything for you? Yes,
Richard Jefferson. I remember him, and he now is a NBA announcer. Well, or he sits on this. I see him sometimes, and he's kind of like in one of those like spots where like he has to sit really close to the other guy, and it's really awkward. I just know that for some reason.
Let me think. Does the name Kyle Korver? Do you know him?
Yes, he was like yes. He's kind of weird looking, but yeah. Sorry, Kyle, but
Amon Shumpert. That sounds like a name you would make up to like call yourself or something.
I do not know that one. That's a really funny name. Oh man, what was it? No, it's okay. Don't say it again.
We don't have to go there. That's a good chunk of the core though.
Okay, that's fine. Can you just tell me Kevin Love? Okay, good. Can we do one more team?
Yeah.
This is a really fun game.
It is.
Can we do it every time I come on?
Sure. We can do a few teams. Could you do the I'm trying to find the balance between too hard, too easy. Could you do I'll let you do the Knicks.
Okay. This will be a little tricky actually.
Really?
Yeah, because I like watching the Knicks with you, but I actually don't know a lot of the players, so okay. Sorry.
See how closely you were paying attention.
I was not. Well, okay. I know there's Brunson. You got his jersey.
Uh-huh.
What's his first name?
Jalen
Brunson. Oh, wow.
That it.
Okay, I know more. I know they kept getting hurt.
Dante
DiVincenzo.
Yeah. Which he was a Warrior.
Yeah, DiVincenzo. I know him.
Josh
Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Isaiah. No, Hartenstein.
Too hard.
He is the guy who looks just like me, and he is black.
Babe, what?
He has a black father, but his mom was. He went on a podcast and talked about it, but he just got the physical like genes from his mom, like his appearance, I guess.
Oh, he actually does look like you?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Isaiah Hartenstein.
Okay. We're going to have to move on to another team because this one's actually too hard.
Okay. Who do you know that's on the Warriors still, since you're a big fan?
I'm moving on from them. I would like to talk about this.
Are you signing your bandwagon fandom over from the Warriors to somebody else?
I am. I'm currently... Babe. No.
You don't want to stick around?
I don't. No.
For the rebuild?
There's not going to be a rebuild.
Well, Steph's probably staying.
I was a fan of the people on the team. Like, I was, loved watching, Steph, Draymond, Clay, when Kevin Durant was there. Loved...
Livingston?
Yes, Sean Livingston. I was a huge Sean Livingston fan, as well as, please don't say his name. Oh, man, I want to think of it by myself so bad.
What number did he wear?
He was just a big part of the team for a long time.
What's his story?
Well, he was older than, because he'd been around for a long time, you know? You know who I'm talking about?
No, in fact.
He's retired now.
Bogut? The center?
No.
He was there for a few years.
No, I know who he is, but it was not him.
Iguodala.
Iguodala. Yeah, Andre Iguodala. Yeah, I loved him. Huge fan of him. Yeah. So anyways, I just clearly the core is going to be gone soon. And I just I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move on to another team, and I wanna start cheering for them as they're young. So the Timberwolves and the Pacers are really up there, as well as the.
You do like Tyrese.
I do like Tyrese, but I'm trying to see if he's too cocky. I don't like being a part of a cocky group.
His play style is not because
I don't think he is, but I just am double checking. I haven't watched enough to make sure that he's not. But he just seems really excited, and I just think that's really fun.
Yeah.
The Thunder is another option, as well as the Kings. So
okay,
those 4, I'm kind of like.
Who's on the Kings that you like?
That Fox guy, DeAndre Fox.
De'Aaron. Close.
Maybe his name should be DeAndre. I don't know.
He's fast.
I'm just kidding. I think De'Aaron is actually a really fun name. You're not left-handed, but sports-wise, you are.
Yeah, we're talking basketball. Basketball, I'm left-handed. Do you think De'Aaron could be a good? Should we add it to the name list for us?
I don't think
so. Would that be cool? Like, could that work?
De'Aaron. Well,
that's not. Think about that.
Fox De'Aaron.
Nah.
Oh.
Fox can be his middle name.
Ooh.
De'Aaron Fox De'Aaron.
That's a lot. Wow,
too much.
that hurts. So
that would be embarrassing if
I don't know anybody else on the Kings.
Okay. Sabonis?
Oh, yep, I do.
Do you like him?
Yes.
Do you like Malik Monk?
Is he like cute or something?
No, I just
because there's that one guy that's like really. I don't think he's like overly cute anymore, but
Kelly Oubre Jr.
Kelly Oubre Jr.
No, just because you like to say Malik, but really aggressively sometimes. I don't know why.
I like the name Malik.
Do you know Kevin Huerter?
No.
Ginger.
I didn't watch much NBA this year. I wanted to, but I just fell off. I had to get up really early, and I mostly like watching the West Coast games, so it's kind of awkward.
Yeah. How many Pistons could you name?
Okay, I can name a couple.
You probably know some.
Does Trey Burke
play? I think
play?
you get 3.
No, who was that?
Trey Burke? He did go to Michigan, and he played for the Mavericks.
I can't picture what he looks like.
Trey Burke? Or who?
No, I don't know why that name came to mind.
I think you could get.
Is there a
Pistons.
Burke? Some type of Burke?
Alec Burks?
No, I don't know.
No, babe, he did play for Detroit this year.
Oh.
But he got traded to the Knicks.
Yes, because I just remembered seeing that name on the back of a jersey.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's I'm thinking if the bobblehead was back here. It's not. Okay, well, there's Jaden Ivey. He's my favorite. I really, really, really like Jaden Ivey, and I wish that our coach used him at a better capacity because he just does not. I do not like our coach, and I'm just really frustrated. I think that
we just hired a new GM who's not afraid of firing him.
Perfect. Fire him on the spot. What's the GM's name? Whoever our GM is, I'm so thankful that you're
here. He came
here.
from the Pelicans. He was the Pelicans GM. And
oh my gosh.
Ours.
I hope that he fires him because, Detroit should not be paying our coach the most because if you've seen our team lately, we absolutely suck. So I'm just saying, we need a new coach and we need him fast. My dad might be able to come coach. New GM for Detroit. My dad would love to come coach the Detroit Pistons. I think that could be really fun.
Jump the lowest class, probably the lowest varsity class in the state in high school in the state. Not but him, but this is what he does.
Yeah,
and then
NBA coach, media, nothing in between. Absolutely,
that would be pretty crazy.
Oh my gosh! But seriously, that would be iconic. Or, okay, anyway, so I just think it would be really great if our coach got fired, and I don't think anybody else should hire him. I mean, could you do a worse job coaching? I don't think you could.
Babe, he got fired from Phoenix
for a reason,
but he did not want to coach. The Pistons offered him a contract, and he declined it, and they came back with that highest contract in NBA history.
So he clearly wants to get fired.
He wouldn't have been stupid. He would have been stupid to not accept it. Because now Phoenix is paying him the money that they signed him to, and Detroit.
Really?
He's going to be chilling for the rest of his life.
I'm happy for you, but I would really like you to stop coaching the Pistons because you're really letting me down.
He doesn't have to, so he doesn't care.
Right. There's no heart. There is zero heart in Detroit. guys, we got to work on that.
The Lions brought it.
No,
this year.
Basketball.
But no, but just for Detroit.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like,
the Lions did bring it this year.
We need that energy to like transfer over.
Yeah, I mean, we have all of the teams in one city now. You know, we need to band together and we need to make this happen because
the Red Wings. I almost told you this because we passed this place the other day.
Okay.
In the middle of the season, the Red Wings put a new sponsor on their jersey, and they were in the running for the wild card. Like that's like the you know what the wild card is.
Yes.
And it's the Waste Management brand, like the dumpsters, like the WM, like the green. And
yeah.
That was on their jerseys, and they just like kind of like sucked after that. Like they went on a losing streak, and then it's like a thing. Like people get pretty personal about it. Like
that's actually really funny.
So they were on like a good little come up, and then the Tigers started off their year good, and now they're.
Man, I thought they were gonna be good, and it's just should we have gone to a game before or maybe the tickets will be cheaper now.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry I got so aggressive, but like I just do have some opinions, and I just like needed to say them.
How many players can you name on the Pistons? Results in like ultra rant about the coach.
What's his name again?
Do you have a guess?
Can I have a hint?
Starts with an M. His last name's Williams.
Malik.
No. Monty.
Monty, yes, I know Monty.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
anyways,
I think this is a good time to conclude the draft, or not the draft. Sorry.
Well, I just wanted to think if I could think of any other players.
Go ahead. Okay, so you got Jaden Ivey,
and then there's
Alec Burks. I'll comment that for you.
Okay.
So you have two.
I like our post guy.
I feel like you could get one of the two of them.
I'll come back to that in a minute, and then we have that other draft pick that I don't like that's always hurt.
Cade?
Yeah, Cade Cunningham or whatever. No, is that it?
Cade Cunningham?
He's been such a disappointment, honestly. Do we have that one little kid anymore?
Little kid?
Like he's like
Sasser?
No, but Sasser's I'm not like hating, but that one kid we might have got rid of him. He's kind of
not
annoying.
That I think he's a little kid, but he just is shorter. Sasser. I'm just thinking if he's listening, I don't want him to
player,
think I was being mean.
No, we love you.
He was the best player. We got to go to Madison Square Garden this year, and the Pistons played. This was towards the end of the year, so it was like weird lineups, and Sasser was by far the best player.
What's that one guy that he was like? He would come in and be the point guard if Jaden was out. Or like Cade.
Yeah,
no,
Sasser.
But like I think we might have traded this guy. You and Chris like really didn't like him. Or like maybe everyone else didn't. He was like kind of annoying. Like he'd always have turnovers.
Oh, Killian Hayes.
Yes. Yeah. And then who's our middle guy?
Asar Thompson.
Other one.
Oh, do you mean like post?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Jalen Duren.
Yeah, Jalen Duren. Okay. I think we can build a good team around Jalen Duren and Jaden Ivey. If we can just like get rid of most of the other people, we need to get a veteran in there so that he can like train these guys.
They've been talking about signing a few different players, bringing back Tobias Harris.
I am a enormous Tobias Harris fan. I actually when I did used to watch the Pistons. Okay, go
ahead.
I can name some Pistons. When I was watching the Warriors, this was when me and my family, anyways, me and my dad used to like really, really, really watch. We were living in like
goes into life story.
We were living in like this tiny place like while we were building our house that we're living in right now, and so me and dad would and it was like the winter, so there was like nothing to do, so we would just like watch a ton of basketball, and we would watch the Warriors, but we would also watch the Pistons, and they had Andre Drummond. They had that one of the Morrises,
Marcus
Morris.
Do you know the name of the other one? Markeef.
Oh, that is really fun. We have that one guy that's like really sweaty. He plays for a different team now. He was the point guard. Reggie Jackson. Yeah.
KCP.
Yeah. And of course now he's good that he's not. Everybody, like, we have players that could be good with other good players, but like, of course they're not going to be good on Detroit. We have never had, like, in my lifetime, a really good player. Like, we have these people like KCP, Tobias Harris, like people that have gone, and like even Andre Drummond, like, or Reggie Jackson, like they've gone and been like okay players on these other teams, but they can't be like leaders. Like, come on, we have Andre Drummond and Reggie Jackson trying to lead our team. Like, clearly we're not going anywhere fast. And like Andre Drummond had braces at the time, so that was just kind of funny because he looks like a little kid. Anyways, I'm sorry. We'll wrap this up. Wow, we've just been talking for a while, but that was actually fun.
It was a good time.
I told Henry I wanted to record a half-hour podcast, and it's been an hour and a half.
It has?
Yes.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, it's been good. Well, what was your challenge that you wanted to bring to the table?
Okay, yes, I want to bring a challenge. I would like encourage.
Wait, can I ask? Is this like a? No, go ahead. Sorry.
It's a challenge I want to set for us, and then anybody else who wants to do it with us this week.
Okay.
So last week I had a challenge to read my Bible every day, and I wanted to write a prayer every day because I want to pray for. There's some people that I've told I would pray for them. And I did a terrible job. Like, I mean, like, I'm embarrassed to say this. Like, I just did awful, and I'm really disappointed. So this week I would like to read my Bible and pray. I pray every day, but like I want to write a prayer, like be like really intentional.
Like an intentional prayer that's not just like I'm driving and kind of like whatever.
Yes, like I want to like pray like specifically like for other people that I'm like wanting to pray for, and like some things in my life. That turns into
like the whole world that's naked and lost and like. Have you ever like prayed like
yes, I have. It's like, Lord, please help me with this. You
started including like these other people, and it's like actually just
pray for the whole world.
Like everybody that doesn't have clothes or food, like
yeah. Seriously, no. So, but anyways, I just want to. Well, I've been reading First Thessalonians for so long. I would like to get to Second Thessalonians this week. It's very short.
Isn't it like 5 chapters?
It's like tiny, and I've been reading it like chapters at a time. But I keep repeating the chapters because like I feel like
you got to go back and catch up. When do you start to do it again?
So I would like to finish First Thessalonians and get into Second Thessalonians this week, and I would like to write out prayers and pray really specifically for people. So I would like really encourage you, if you want to do like one or both parts of that, to do it with us. Do you want to do that with me?
Do you want me to read the same book, First Thessalonians?
Well, I'm already like kind of like halfway through it. Like I'm going to finish it this week. But it's really good. So like if you want to, you can start reading it. I'm sure you'd catch up with me fairly quickly. But yeah, anyways, you guys can also read First Thessalonians. It's my sister's favorite book of the Bible, so that's why I started reading it. And I've been like going through different books in the New Testament, reading them all the way through, and I would just like to really get back on track this week. So if Kyle and Henry let me be on their podcast next week, I'll let you know how it goes. And if not, maybe I'll be back the following week. So, and next week is my birthday, so I'll be 21 almost, or by the next time I'm on the podcast, I'll be 21. So real adulting. Anyways, thank you so much, Henry, for letting me be on the podcast, babe. This was so fun.
You're welcome. It was a good time.
You'll probably see a lot of me this summer. So if you did not like this, you might want to comment down below so Henry can find a different person to host with him.
I can't say that.
But bye. Okay, I think it's time to wrap this up. It's like kind of getting late.
It is.
And my second wind is like almost gone. So
agreed.
But yeah, anyways. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Let us know on YouTube what you think. Or Instagram, whatever. Leave 5-star review if you think it's worth that.
5 stars, nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Speaking of stop signs, it's time to get out of here. Chris, we miss you, but we'll see you soon. Peace.